Hey everybody, this is probably going to be the last video series that I do. As many of you know or don't know, I had a channel 2, 3, 4 years ago that was taken down a couple years ago. Had over 1,000 videos, over 4,000 subscribers, and over 1 million views. And I talked about a lot of things that were very controversial, cutting-edge sort of things like time-space compression. I dealt with how life is just seemingly just accelerated in ways that are unimaginable. The fact that the year is almost 2015, where was this year gone to? And the fact that life and time itself is just accelerating at a pace that is extraordinary. And I talked about why that was. And then I talked about DNA memories. As many of you know, I was, or didn't know, I was a product of the eugenics movement, which started my research in earnest in 1983 because I couldn't believe that mankind would actually do that sort of thing, sterilize human beings. Of course, we abort human beings. We have immigration coming, 5 million new American citizens that are coming. And that replaces 5 million that were aborted. Go to abortionclock.com and then look at how many children were aborted this year in the United States, 961,000, and that equals pretty much the amount of immigrants, and that's the legal ones that came, about 1 million a year. I'd highly encourage you to look at the YouTube video called Immigration and Gumballs. But folks, I'll tell you what, we are heading down to really the end of something. Probably society is the way that we remember it, the way it used to be. I remember in the 60s playing outside until dark, riding my bicycle, not feeling threatened. I could ride my bicycle downtown in my hometown, and I was just my own guy at 10, 11, 12 years old. And now most kids that age are sitting behind a computer screen, getting very little sunlight, and mentally, emotionally, and physically. Things have changed. Anyway, I'll get to the crux of this video. I did a video on this several years ago, and I've been astounded to find out and to realize that much of what was in this book that I did not understand, I came to the understanding in the last couple months, exactly what's going on. I like to research things. I like to have every question that I come up with, I like to find an answer to it. The internet's a great research tool. You can take people's names and you can search backwards and go back and back and back. And what I found is, to be truth is so unbelievable that I wonder why my eyes have been anointed to see this, why I had to, go through this thing that started out with eugenics and the sterilization of family members because they were so-called defective. And you can go in to YouTube and type in state homes and homes for feeble-minded youth and find out that millions of Americans were detained, incarcerated without due process back in the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and even 50s. Type in eugenics. Start doing some research, because all this stuff is unbelievably real and it's unbelievably true. It's almost like we've entered into a bad nightmare for the ones of us that realize what's going on, and for those of us that are asleep, well, they don't care. They don't want to open their minds to the reality of what's going on around them. But things will change. Things have changed. So I'll get to the point here. The Beast. This book is called A Chick Tract. In 1973, at the age of 18, I was in a bar in Lincoln, Nebraska. The drinking age was 18 for beer, and all of us high school kids used to hang out in this bar even though we were 16, 17 years old. And one particular winter night, about 11:30 at night, I walked into the restroom and stood over the toilet, relieving myself, and there on the top of the toilet itself, the lid was this book right here, The Beast. And I looked at it. I always had been interested in Bible prophecy. I was brought up in a Christian home. I went to parochial schools, but pretty much had rejected Jesus Christ, his teachings, and the Bible, or I just would fit them into where I thought they were appropriate in my life so I could continue to be the worldly person that I would become for many, many, many years, until now, where I'm fully awake at the age of 60. I find that those things that I now embrace were the things that I used to reject. The Beast. When I found this book, a little voice went off inside my head, and it said, never ever lose this book, because you will see these things come to fruition. And I thought that was kind of a weird little premonition, a weird little warning. And so I took the book home and I started paging through it, and I became mesmerized by it. And I did put it away. I put it away for almost, over 40 years I've had this book. One of the few things I've had in my life this long. And very, very interesting in that you see all these people and they have the mark of the beast on their foreheads and either on their hand. According to the Bible, that's what's going to happen. I call it kind of a beast system. I believe 100% that it's an electronic system, and electronics could not have came at a better time for this system to come into play. As you know, smartphones weren't around 10 years ago. We had like Blackberries and the previous to the smartphone was a stupid phone. All you could do is like a Blackberry, send texts and that sort of thing. Well, now you have a 24/7 entertainment center in your pocket, one that will track you. You can bank online. You can pay your bills by your phone. You do everything by your phone now. And matter of fact, 97% of college students are on Facebook. And guess how much time they spend on Facebook every single day? You won't believe this. How much time do they spend online, on social media? Let me get the facts straight here. How much time is spent on social media for a college student? Well, I'll give you the answer to that. It's 3 hours a day. Guess how much time is spent studying? 2 hours a day. Guess what the GPA difference is between someone who is on social media, a student, compared to someone that does not partake in the electronic B system? 1 full percentage point, GPA. So if you're a 3.75, if you're on social media, you're a 2.75. The B system is designed to dumb you down, keep you stupid, and not be able to pay attention to what's really going on in life. So anyway, this is my introduction to the beast. I'm going to go through this page by page. So on the title above each video, it'll say Part 1, Part 2, so on and so forth. And I'd like to share my journey with you and have you discover what I've discovered. And let me know what you think.